unto us a child is born. I speak to you in the name of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Regardless of age, I think we are all children on Christmas Eve. In his classic work, A Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens gives us these wonderful lines. It is good to be children sometimes, and never better than at Christmas, when its mighty founder was himself a child. This connection between Christmas and children is by no means a modern invention. Phillips Brooks, one of the great saints of the American Episcopal Church, wrote his classic Christmas carol of O Little Town of Bethlehem as a gift for the children of his parish. He wrote that poem in response to the ravages of the American Civil War. He wrote that poem in response to a very transforming personal pilgrimage he made to Bethlehem on Christmas Eve in 1865. He was moved to write about that event. And rather than create a treatise about war and peace meant for adults, he wrote a Christmas poem meant for children. O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep the silent stars go by. Yet in the dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. It is that last line, the hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight, that contains such a great but simple truth, a great and simple truth that would change Phillips Brooks' life forever, a great and simple truth that has the power to change ours as well. And that great and simple truth is this, that the feast of the Incarnation, the birth of Jesus, the miracle and the mystery of Christmas, not simply something, an event that happened long ago, but continues to happen, and in fact is happening right in this moment. The hopes and the fears of all the years are met in thee this night. Now, brothers and sisters, as we gather on this Christmas Eve in the year 2016, perhaps we bring with us this night as we gather more fears than hopes for our future. I wrote in a recent Episcopal magazine article that I have to remind myself, and I do have to remind myself at times, that despair is never an appropriate Christian response to the state of the world. Now, I confess that it is challenging as war and terror and violence continue to rage, as refugees, just like Mary and Joseph and Jesus, still seek refuge, as the creation still groans under the weight of natural disaster, as we still reel as a nation from our most recent electoral process that held up a mirror and gave us a startling reflection of our national life. How can despair not grow in us, we who are children of hope? That is why this night is so important. It reminds us that our hope is not in our fallen world. It's not in our fallen humanity. It is in God alone. It is in the incarnate one who comes to us this night, who comes to us to share our humanity so that we might share in his divine life. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in him. He is the source of our hope. Lawrence Hausman lived in the middle of the 1800s. He was born in the middle of the 1800s, and he was a renowned book illustrator in England. And that wasn't until he began to lose his eyesight. So he turned his attention and his energy to writing. He lived through the Great War, World War I. And like so many in his day, he grieved for the state of the world. He grieved of the inhumanity that he was seeing. And like Phillips Brooks, he was moved to write. And again, not write a treatise on war and peace, but a Christmas poem. It's called Light Looked Down. Light looked down and beheld darkness. There will I go, said light. Peace looked down and beheld war. There will I go, said peace. Love looked down and saw hate. There will I go, said love. Light looked down and shone. Peace looked down and brought rest. Love looked down and gave life. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Our hope is in God alone, the incarnate one who meets us this very night, the one who shares our own humanity so that we might share in his divine life, and in doing so become brothers and sisters, children of the living God, children of light to bring light to the darkness of this world, children of peace to bring peace and justice and reconciliation into this world, children of love to stand against hate. We are children of God and therefore always children of hope. And it is good to be children sometimes, and never better than at Christmas, when its mighty founder was himself a child. For unto us a child is born. I speak to you in the name of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.